Hello, this is Skoda. Welcome back to Islands of Insight Hub Puzzle Series Season 3. Wow, escalating volume of my voice. Today is going to be a Verdent Glenn day. That's just because it's where I ended up after the end of last episode. And actually, I did have some more time, same in the later end of the same day. So this is actually a later episode in the same day. So in fact, if we were to go back over here to the Serene Deluge, we would find there's probably not that many puzzles available. I see there's a Sentinel Stone over there. None of those. None of those. Is there any hidden puzzles? Nope. Any mosaics? None of that. None of that. Nope. Yeah, so there's a whopping one Sentinel Stone puzzle. In fact, let's actually hop over there. Maybe we can just find it really quickly. Because I have a general nowhere of where they are. I know that's just like that word made no sense at all, but it's like know how, but instead of how, it's aware. You know what I mean? No? Maybe? I don't know. Anyways, there is a Sentinel Stone up here somewhere. It's like over. You know, I've flown too far. It's here. Okay, so it's over here. And then there is one over in the back. Oh, also I forgot to pull up the puzzle stats. Hold up. Just display that really quick. There we go. Okay, this is our starting puzzle count for today's episode. 14,965. I believe there's a Sentinel Stone here. I believe there's another one down there. I'm going to hide the totals now. Let's see, we could also potentially find a puzzle radar and then take that to Verdent Glenn, but that Sentinel Stone is done. And then I know there's another one back here behind this temple, way back here. Actually, just going to cut the flying, so I'll be back in 1 second. And I'm back. Not the one we needed down here either, huh? I am struggling to remember where the rest are. I feel like we've looked at all of them. How many are there total? Like 6, right? 7. Okay, we're missing one somewhere. And off the top of my head, do I know where it spawns? So we looked at 3 over on this side. I don't think there's any more up here. There's one over there. I actually had not looked at that one. So there's that one there. There's this one down here. And then that one over there. Where's the 7th one? Is it on top of one of these tall cliffs? Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I don't want to spend too much time up here, so I'm gonna off-camera search for a few seconds. A few, like, I don't know, maybe 1-2 more minutes. And if I find it, I find it. If not, we continue where we intended. Is it down here now that I think about it? Or this just rolling block? I think it's just rolling blocks down there. Oh, wait a second. Oh, yeah, I just remembered, like, as I was flying around this corner, I was like, wait, isn't there one down here? And then I saw it. I'm like, yep, that's the one. Okay, we found it. So the first 4 minutes of our episode here, we have spent finding one single Sentinel Stone in Verdent Glenn. Love that, right? And then I don't know how many minutes we're gonna have to spend solving it. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Alright, let's go to actual Verdent Glenn now. So let's look at our puzzle count over here. We have 2 matchbox, 1 ring, 3 arch, 25 logic grids? Okay, well, I better, like, stop looking at this and just, like, go get the logic grids, though I finished looking anyways. 1 more labyrinth and 18 match 3s. Okay, so a lot of match 3s, a lot of logic grids. And wasn't there also pattern grids? No, we did those. Okay. So yeah, holy moly. Let's just get going here. There's going to be so many to do. Alright, there we go. And it looks like we got a Wanderer's quest for Logic Roads. That's cool. I actually had not looked at the daily quest offerings. I probably should have done that, but oh well. Not really a big deal. Here we go. We have a match 3 here. Okay. How do we want to go ahead and get this started? Let's try this and that. Maybe this. Maybe that. Not exactly. But I feel like this is close, maybe? I feel like it's close, but then the longer I look at it, I'm like, no, I don't think it's close. Let's see. We can drop this, then we can do this. Then we can do that. No, that's not it either. We need to somehow drop this tan piece to be, like, underneath here. How can we do that? If I do this... Here we go. Though we can't do a match 3 here or a match 5, so need to do something else before we do this move. Aha. Nope. Do this match 3. No, that's a match 5. Hold on. Can we match 3 this without breaking everything? Yes, do that, then that, then that. There we go. Alright, puzzled it out. It's almost like it's the whole point of the game or something. Who knew? Alright, we are looking for 1 crystal labyrinth, so I'm gonna generally walk towards where I know the crystal labyrinths are. Puzzle radar. I'm actually gonna... Do I want to hold off on that or take it immediately? Let's just go ahead and take it immediately. We're gonna have so many to do, and it would be advantageous for this to be able to appear elsewhere. I thought this puzzle here was solved, which is why I did not walk up towards it. Okay. This is actually quite a journey to get up here. I'm gonna put a waypoint up there for that one. So we have 2, 3... Oh, come on, middle mouse. 3... Oh, gosh. My middle mouse is not behaving. 4... And... 5. 5, but for real. Okay. And then we have this up here, which is like, I don't know, we can't even, like, get to this puzzle. It's like, well, you can get to it, obviously, but you can't, like, stand at it. It's kind of weird, I don't know. Let's see here, we have 2 match 3s. Okay, easy. Nice. Alright, 3 pipper. Connect all dark tiles. And no squares. Okay, should be pretty easy. This is a rule set I am used to. I went ahead and misclicked, but it doesn't honestly really matter that much. That one is actually kind of an iffy move. We can't do this, so... Yeah, that one's actually got to go up there, and then this 4 is just going to go like that, except by that I mean like this, actually, obviously, of course. Yep, I didn't make any mistakes there. Nope. Alright, anything in this general area before I warp back up to the other area? Not really looking like it. Let's go ahead and take the warp then. Well, let me get these kind of on the edge of this area first. So there was this one down here. Let's go ahead and let's not do that move first, actually. That seemed like an awful move. Let's do this move. That also seems awful. How do I make this not awful? Start with this, maybe? No, that seems also terrible. What about this? Here we go. There we go. Okay, that's looking way better. And then drop this and then do this double match 4. Okay, excellent. Alright. We had a logic grid here too, right? Yeah. Okay, let me just make sure we're looking at both of these so we don't miss any. Just simple area numbers here, huh? Alright, how do we get 4? We need to get a parity breaker here. So we'll do that. Now we need a 1 here, and then a 6 there. Okay, excellent. Here, we need to get this over so we can set up a match 3 for these blue tiles. Does this just work if I just, like, totally wing it? Yeah, it totally does. Okay, cool. I didn't even think about it. I just did it, and it worked. Love to see it. Alright, we got a 4-pip logic grid. I should misclick a little bit less. Alright, these are probably going to go like this. Space compression type puzzle. Let's go work it from this direction. This 5's going to take up all that space. 4 like this, 4 like that, 5 like that. Nice. Okay, let's warp up here. And let's grab this grid. What the heck is a grad? So this got to be light. Then these are going to be dark. Then that's going to be light. And then we got to connect all dark cells. This one's got to be light, dark, light, dark, light, light, dark. Getting a no S-shape puzzle's kind of tricky here. This one has to come out, obviously, and then this has to be light, light, dark, dark, light, light. Let's see, that has to go there. This has to be light. If the dark comes through here, it's going to make an S shape, so the dark has to come out this direction. No, this is light or this is light. It's going to, I mean dark, it's going to make an S shape, so do that. Still have to come out this way. These have to be light. This one can be dark, so it probably should be dark. This has to come down here, and then here we've got to not go there, go there. And then up here, what are we doing? Oh, geez. Got to go dark still. Can we go dark here? Yeah, okay. And I misclicked right at the end. Love to see that. I'm gonna go turn this in just in case we can get a quest with match 3s or something. Okay. So claim our Wonders quest. Let's see. 8 movement puzzles. No thank you. No thank you for that one. We're still doing the rare luminous puzzle quest for everything. Yeah, let's take this one. Or wait, 30 puzzles or 10 puzzles on wall slabs? I think we can fit 10 puzzles on wall slabs. That's we have 14 in the zone today, so we can definitely swing that. Very doable. Alright, go over here, and let's do this puzzle we marked earlier. Ooh, this one hurts my eyes to look at. Jeez. Let's just do what seems obvious and... Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, this seems more obvious. Alright, these green pieces are lined up now. We just have to kind of bring things down to it. Oh, yeah. Very easy. It looked much more intimidating than it actually was to do. Is this puzzle complete? This puzzle looks complete. But I'm just gonna double check it because I did get fooled a moment ago. I was not fooled. I was correct. Alright, I see one over there. That one is not complete. Let's go over towards that direction. Down there's another one. Alright, match 3. Match 3 to Electric Boogaloo. I feel like this is too simple. Yeah, that's not gonna work out. We need to set up a match 4 down here somehow. Alright, let's do this move and this move. That sets up our match 4, but then how do we get rid of these green guys over here? What if we do this first? No, that's not really it, huh? That doesn't seem to be it either. Okay, I feel like this move is, like, good, but also not good. So, can we somehow make that move be less bad? If that makes sense? Let's see, what if we do this, and then... No. Drop that. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Yeah, basically all of this is breaking our junk up here. So we definitely do not want to move the pink piece over here. That just messes up everything. Oh yeah, what if we just move that up? Duh, that's what I was trying to do, kind of, but now that I'm looking at this and thinking about it, that's not really what I was hoping to get out of it still. Oh, here we go. This is what I was trying to get over here. Move this one first, then do that. Okay, wow, that one ended up being a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be at first glance. Alright, let's do this one now. This one looks like it won't be too tough. I have been fooled. See 30 seconds ago. What other moves do I have here? This almost works. Okay, had to pause there. My dog was trying to dig a hole through her bed. Nope. Kind of just trying random moves now without really thinking about them. I should probably stop doing that. Unless it gets me to the solution, which it doesn't really seem to be doing that, so let's stop. This kind of works, but not exactly what I'm going for. This match 3 is too aggressive down here. What if I do that first? No, that doesn't really seem to be it either. This right side of the puzzle is like a lot more of the problem. So, what if I do it like this? Then let's move this down so that I can do that, and then I can do this. There we go. Nice. Ooh, okay. 2 back-to-back match 3s. That kind of kicked my butt a little bit. Alright, let's decompress with some 1-pip puzzles. Yeah. Ooh. Dark regions have area 2. Okay. And no light squares allowed. That's it. Alright. And then there was one over here. Dark regions have area 3. Okay. Fairly easy one. Free armor. Oh, wait. No, still a free armor ring. Pretty easy. It wasn't free. It took like 3 seconds, okay. But... let's see if anything's up here. Oh, we do have a puzzle radar. Alright, let's grab this match 3 and then hit up that puzzle radar. Let's line this up to match down here with this guy once it falls. We probably want to drop this pink one here. That's too aggressive. We need to do like a match 3 instead of a match 4 on this. Alright, we need to drop this down. Whoops. We need to drop this down. Excellent. And then this left side is messed up. Okay, so we need to figure out the left side. Let's just go ahead and do the right side again without messing up the left side. Okay, we need to do something on the left side first here. So that doesn't do it. we need to get a match 3 here. The only match 3 I see is this one. And that puts us in the predicament we were a second ago. So what other match 3 options do we have here? That's the same one. That's a match 4. What if we do this move? That's a match 3 option, but then this is going to get isolated when I do that move. Any other match 3 options here I can do? What if I do this option first? Okay. And then do this? This is looking good over here, but what about this side? Oh no, it's that move, okay. I thought it was something different for some reason. What if I do that? And then we do this. Nope, that's not exactly what I want. This, and then, yeah, it's still not really getting to where I want it to be. What other way could we do a match 3 over here on this left side? So this is not good. This is not good. What if I do that, then... No... Drawing a blank here of how to actually do this. If I do this first over here, that just leads to that big collapse over there. And really not getting any different result. I need to, like, move this piece over here so that's in line with this guy without, like, doing a match 4. How can I do that? What if I do this move first? And then what? This? No, that hits this match 3 over here, and I don't want that. Because then I can't do anything with this. Are there other moves here I'm not seeing? This is definitely looking different, but it's still, like, not really different from what I was getting before. Let me think about this one off camera for a minute. Okay, I figured it out. So I was back in this position, which I've been in before. Whoop, not that one. This one, then this one. Okay, but before I do that move, there was a move here I was overlooking, that match 3. And now that lets me do this. Okay. I didn't spend too long off camera there. It was probably only like 30 more seconds before I found that solution. Hey, level 139. Hooray. Alright, we have another match 3 here. How exciting. And a pretty easy one at that, so I ain't gonna complain. Okay, any puzzle radars here inside the Lucian Waters? Been a while since we've been in the Lucian Waters. Does not appear to be. Okay. I leave now. Goodbye. Here's one. Alright, let's go. Puzzle grid down there. I want to check the edge of Lucian Waters over here, because it can actually, in fact, put puzzles over here. Aha, see? A hidden grid. Not hidden grid. Hidden archway. What the heck is a hidden grid? Alright. 2 puzzles marked. I can mark 3 more. Let me take this for momentum, but take it this way. I wish there were more launch pads that just kind of went around, because launch pads, like, they really get you zooming. Alright, get that over there. This down here, and we can mark one more thing. Let's mark this puzzle, and then we'll kind of try to scout around that area when we actually go down there. But for now, I have hidden arch here. I'm gonna waymark this to come back to this direction, and then go this way first. We have a grid here. Connect all dark cells. And area number. Alright. I was going to say that looked good until it didn't. Now it looks good. Okay. I should have done this zone to warm up instead of the Serene Deluge in the last episode. To de-rust, I mean. Because I was, like, struggling in the last episode. Okay, connect all light cells, and then don't make any of these shapes. Interesting. What do these shapes mean? Does this work? No, that does not work. I need to better understand what these shapes mean first before I do this. So first of all, don't do an Oreo. So that for no Oreo. No Oreo. Okay, I think this just means I have to do something like this. There we go, that worked. Basically, I had to make a thick snake is what I was looking for there. Oh, we got a puzzle radar here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab it just to see that I cleanly cleared up this side of the map, which it does not actually seem that I did. Uh-oh. Yeah, look at this. A lot of puzzles over here that I missed. Alright, that's all that I can afford to mark now. I'm going to remember this one, and I'm going to go up top for the one that is up there. Actually, I'm right here. Why don't I do this one first? I know why, actually. I'm probably going to forget where the other one is. Alright, clean. Logic grid over there, if I can remember it. So logic grid that away. Alright, what are we doing here? This seems like an obvious move to start with, and then this. And then that's kind of the end of obvious moves, I guess. Oh geez. Break that, and do that. Okay. Not too bad, actually. Okay, I thought that was gonna be more problematic than it was, but we were okay. So I saw a grid over here. Over here-ish somewhere? There it is. Or at least presumably this is the one I saw. This grid is brought to you by the number 4, apparently. So let's go down here. There's gonna be... This has to come like that. So this one's going to go in here. This one's going to go like that, like this, and like this. Alright. Very good. Alright, down here we go again. We have more puzzles yet to do. Got a 2-pipper here. Yep, that was correct, actually. This 8 is going to be confined to this space down here. Alright, this 8 is almost done. This 6 needs to come out. Finish the 8, finish the 5, and finish the 4. Alright, and then we got another match 3. We've done a lot of match 3s today, and we are still not done with our daily quest, so the quest continues. Whoop, we need to do a match 3 here instead of a match 4. How can we do that? Like this? No. Like, that doesn't really work either. That just isolates the green tile. This is the start of the puzzle again. How else can we start this puzzle? Need to do a match 4 on the bottom here with this pink tiles. No, that was not a match 4 either, sir. Okay, match 4. Focus on this match 4 first. That's what I need to figure out, is how do we do this match 4? There we go. I just focused on getting that match 4 done, and we made it happen. Okay, did I mark anything else up here? I did, apparently. Let's see if I can get a vertical/horizontal boost off the pyramid. No, but apparently I'm just gonna bash my head on the bottom of the brick instead of getting any kind of momentum. That's always fun. And then I did it again. Cool. Let's do this grid. Let's see. 1. No checkerboards. No checkerboards. This can't connect. If we go down, we're going to make a checkerboard, so that's going to go like that. If we go down, we'll make a checkerboard there, so this is going to go there. And there we go. Just keep the 2 and 4 far away. They won't checkerboard, and we're all done with that. Nice. Okay, let's warp back to these puzzles we marked a while ago. Alright, this looks not bad. I've been fooled. I have been fooled. We need to do a match 5 with the blue tiles. Got it. Okay, so match 5 setup. We need to drop this. Let's drop it first and then set up the match 5. There we go. That's kind of a cool match 5 there. Set up by the match 6 before. I think I just made a word up. You can't really do a match 6. I mean, I guess technically you can, but like, whatever. Anyways, alright, no squares. So if we do a 4 anywhere up there, we get a square. If we do it here or here, we get a square. So this must be light, which makes everything else be the 5. So good stuff. There was a grid down here, and then I saw at least 1 or 2 match 3s in this area, so we're definitely going to check those out. Is this a 1 pipper? No, it's a 2 pipper. Alright, easy 2 pipper. I feel like that should have been a 1 pipper, if I'm being honest. Ooh, got a puzzle radar over here. What is going on with my trail right here? Did you see that? Sorry, I'm like hyper distracted. I started matching on my middle mouse button to see if I could like kind of make it work. Okay, so we have a match 5 we can do here. Ooh, but wait, I didn't see this tile over here, so we need to handle this tile somehow. What if we do that as a match? We don't want to do it as a match 4. Let's see, what if we do this move first, then that move? Now we can do this and that. Excellent. Alright, very good. I feel like there was 1 more match 3 around here. I'm going to take a quick peek around before I get that radar. Was it this one? Yep, this is certainly a match 3. No, that's not what we want to see over there. More like this loop is what we want to see, but that obviously breaks this. So what if we do that and then that? Good. So far, it's good. What if we do this then, and then this, and then that? Alright, great. And we finished our Luminous quest, hey. Nice. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna waypoint this puzzle radar. I'm gonna go turn this in and then grab our other Luminous quest that we saw over here for, just generic 30 puzzles, so we can start making progress on that one. Alright. Time for puzzle radar. Let's go. Alright, we've got a grid up here. We've got a grid over here. Do we have any more grids in this general direction? I don't think so. We kind of cleaned that corner of the map. So let's go this way. Towards this corner we haven't really explored. There's another puzzle radar here. We have 2 more markers we can use. There's number 1. And I'm gonna say number 2 here for these 2 puzzles. Let's see. Oh gosh, suddenly a bunch of puzzles popping up over here. Though these are 2 matchboxes, so... Alright, if we're here at this match 3, we can go through these rocks and get to a logic grid. Did I say match 3? I meant logic grid, jeez. Alright, and then down here, there's gonna be a match 3 and then a logic grid over there. Okay, let's see if I can remember all of that here in, like, however long this puzzle takes. Oh, I need to take care of that up there first. I wasn't paying attention. Nope. How about this first? Nope. How about this? No. This? No. Can you tell, like, sometimes I just have no idea what I'm doing? There we go. Okay. So over here was a logic grid. This one's got to be dark. I think we're basically going to end up with, like, a staircase, right? Alright, pretty straightforward. Let's see if I remember where these 2 logic grids up here were. There was this one, and then the other one should be that direction. Alright, 4's coming out here. Whoops, misclick. That doesn't work, so that's going to be like that. These cannot connect. Those can't connect, and then we're done. And then the other 3-pip are over here, which I did in fact remember. Alright, wow, I remembered kind of a lot of things in my head there at the same time. Look at me. I have a working memory, apparently. Who'da thunk it? I mean, not me sometimes, if I'm being totally honest. Let's cram the 5 up here, but then we can't actually... Oh, no squares, okay. Are we gonna do the 7? So the 7 has to come at least there, that much we know. Alright, so this 8 becomes done. This 5 is gonna go like this, probably. 7 is gonna be like that. This 9 is gonna connect to that. Alright, and then the 7 there. Alright, we had some matchboxes here. There's another one over here somewhere, but I don't really know. I don't really know where either of them were. I just saw that there were 2 pairs of matchboxes up here. I suppose I could put my waypoint beacon up here. Nope, there's our matchbox, okay. Let's find the green one. Should not be too difficult to find. A lot of trees blocking our view here, though. Maybe it's going to be harder than I think. At this point of the game, we're kind of like at the point where anything I haven't found, like, there's probably a reason I haven't found it. So it could either be because it's a really tough matchbox, or I just coincidentally never was in the area. This one's kind of a tough matchbox, so... Let's see, where was the red one again? Here it is, okay. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna waypoint in this area so we can bring a puzzle radar over here if we find one, which... Hey, here's one. But first I want to clean up all these markers we have. We are en route for a full clear today, I believe. Looking very good. Ooh, I just remembered something as well. Let me try to finish this and not purge it from my memory in the meantime. The crystal maze up here I saw. Don't think I actually commented on it, so it's a good thing I remember. This is a small crystal maze. Looks like it's one floor, so we need to get to the back corner as fast as we can. Go, go, go. 8-second part-time. Okay, well, it was no match for us. Alright, oh, and we have a puzzle radar here as well. Okay, we're set for today. Alright, 2 more grids over here, and then I think something else we have marked somewhere? What is that? I don't remember what I marked over there. Oh yeah, logic grid and match 3, I just saw it. It's kind of hard for a one-pipper. That did not feel like a one-pipper puzzle for me. Does this one feel like a one-pip puzzle to me? I mean, so far it feels okay. Also, didn't really feel like a one-pipper, man. That felt like a two-pipper, maybe? Okay, so we have a puzzle radar marked over there, but I want to do this puzzle first, and then take a quick look at our puzzle total, see how many puzzles we have left. Maybe we don't even have any left. I'd be surprised if it was at that stage, but yeah, who knows. Alright. And then our final match 3 here. Not exactly what we want to see here. Must have messed something up before. Let's see, what if we break one of these green tiles first, so that they're not really a problem? There we go. Alright, there we go. Let's take a quick look at our puzzle progress. All done with perception. We have one hidden ring somewhere. We're getting, like, really close to done on all these hidden puzzles. 92%, 91%, 95%. Wow. Logic grids. We still have 4 logic grids. Good to know. We're done on all of these. And we have 1 match 3. So 3 logic grids and 1 match 3 is what we're doing. What we have left. And what's it called? Hidden ring. Hidden ring, right? Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. Either we're gonna find it or not, so... Let's go up here, though. Here we go. Here is a bunch of things. Yep, it was a hidden ring, in fact. New hidden archways just spawned in Lucent Waters. Thanks, but no thanks. We're good. Mark you. Mark you. And then go back over here. And there's the rest of our puzzles, hey. Boom. Boom. And boom? That's a weird place for a puzzle. I don't know if I've ever seen a logic grid up here. Alright, well, here we go. All dark regions have area 4. So these are all going to come out by 1 at least. This cannot connect there, so we have to do something like this. That can't connect there, and then this has to go... We don't know yet. We'll come back to that one. Like that, I guess. Alright, this is going pretty smoothly. This is going to go here, which means all that has to be light, and that kind of finishes the rest of this. Okay, cool. Alright, we've got another 1 pipper here. No squares and connect all dark tiles. That seems pretty easy. Thank you. Connect all dark tiles. Okay. This is going to have to go through here. And then these guys are going to go like that. Alright, 1 more logic and 1 more match 3. And we are all done. For the Verdent Glenn for today. Today's recording date, by the way, still December 8th. Who was that? Hello. I don't know if you heard that. My dog on camera was just like let out a weird little noise. Hi, yeah, I'm almost done. Can you give me a minute? Yeah? Okay. What are we doing? Connect all dark cells. So we're gonna have to go through here, and we're gonna have to go through here, which now generates these tiles, and then that generates those tiles. So this generates a dark here and here. I think we're just going to be looking at something like this, and then this is going to have to be light, and that's going to have to be light. Okay. Little stepping stones. Trying to see what my dog wants. I'm like, can you wait like a second? I'm almost done. Let's see. Go there, go there. Speed run for my dog's sake. Okay, well... I need to speedrun accurately, though, because... Yeah, this doesn't really work if I do it like that. There we go. Alright, there we go. Verdent Glenn, full clear. Let's take a quick look at our puzzle stats. I know, honey. I don't know if you guys can even hear my dog whimpering, but she's like, I need to go outside. Alright, so our puzzle totals for today is started at 14,965. Our totals after this episode are a whopping let's see, I'm doing the mental math really quick. 35 plus 16 is going to be 51 puzzles. So 15,016 puzzle, that is plus 51. And this brings our Verdent Glenn total up to 88%. Hooray! Anyways, if you are enjoying the series, please feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!